Hiya folks, it's Kikoskia here and welcome back to Let's Play Quest for Glory 3 Wages of War. And when last we left off, Derek headed out into the savannah for the first time by himself, and we immediately headed to where Rakesh hinted that we could go, to a strange pool. This pool, the Pool of Peace, is located to the south and slightly west of the Simpani village, and it is a magical place blessed by a Rana. Here, there is no conflict. The magic creates an aura of peace and tranquility. There's a cheetah just sat here, and there was another beast here that the cheetah didn't care about. The water itself is not only cool and refreshing, but it restores your stamina fully, and if you fill up your water skins with that water, you have a never-ending supply of stamina pills, though you do have to come back here to get more of the water. Now, I only have 6 water skins. I might want to go and get more, because this stamina rejuvenation will be incredibly important for our stat improvements. Speaking of our stats, we now have 300 throwing. That's right, we blazed through throwing, and we have some minor improvements in everything else. 253 weapon use. We have 256 strength, 227 intelligence. We're slowly getting there. Agility's gone up quite a bit. It's going to be luck and intelligence that are going to be hard to raise, as well as parry and dodge. Luck's going to be very challenging. Climbing? That might be a problem. Now, we could rest here. Here is completely safe. But we're going to head out. We're going to head out. We are going to do this and select rest. Make camp now? Yes. Build a fire, hero? Of course! Let's look at this. You see a pile of firewood. Now, if we were a wizard, we could use the flame dart spell to light that fire. We are not a wizard. So, instead, we need to use our tinderbox. So we have a tinderbox, and use it here. Now we have a fire. And we can rest here, quite safely. Let us rest until morning. Rest well, Derek. Let's hope we are not ambushed. We might be ambushed. Oh no! We are being ambushed! Now, this is a great opportunity to show off a death screen. So, we'll save, and we will not have at thee with Thesaurus. Greetings! You're welcome to sit by the fire. You will not sit by the fire. The only thing you want to sit by is my corpse. Now, Sauruses are a terrifying foe. That being said, you are not doing a great job of slaying me right now. Yeah, our health is ticking down very slowly. And I can only see half of your body. I can only presume that the infinite void that we're fighting in is concealing the rest of you. Shame you can't take the spear from them. Then we could throw spears before combat begins. But I feel that that spear is going to be very important for other things for combat. Or it'll be used in a very particular combat. We got points for buying it. That tells me it's critically important for the plot. Also, I'm noting that the sword that we're using is overlaid on our hero status bar. Okay, Saurus Croc, you are taking a very long time to slay us. To be fair, we are the Prince of Shapir. It makes sense that it would take you a while. And we do have a magic shield and chainmail. I wonder if it's even possible to go into Quest for Glory 2 or without the chainmail. Does the game just give you the chainmail when you import a character from 1 if you don't have it? Does it give you it in 3 if you didn't have it? I don't know. I am noticing, however, how short the battle music is. It very obviously loops. This is taking a very long time, Saurus Croc. And I'm doing an excellent job of not dying. Oh, there we go. We lost a tiny amount of damage. Chip damage indeed. I think the ants are more terrifying than you are. This could also just be because we are incredibly capable. We made sure in Quest for Glory 2 that we got all the stats we could get. A character with 100 in their stats, one that's freshly made for Quest for Glory 3, would be far more wary of facing a Saurus Croc. There are doubtless worse things in the savannah than the giant ants and Saurus Crocs, though. I wonder what those would be. Could face some sort of some sort of super cheetah. Or an entire pack of giant lions. I'm unsure. Much like the other Quest for Glory games, I have no experience with this. But I have certainly played other games where you fight in an endless void. Not this endless void, although it would be fun if they all shared endless void, so Derek could look to the left and see heroes from a completely different RPG having at them. Not Golden Sun, though. They never fought in an endless void. He's probably seeing a couple of parties from Final Fantasy games, though, fighting endgame bosses. He's like, I'm sorry, are you fighting a suit of armor that's actually a tree? X-Death? That sounds very silly. No, I think I'll fight this Saurus Croc instead. Much more sensible. His magic shield isn't looking very magical from this angle. I would not be surprised if the game doesn't model the magic shield. Because I bet that thieves... That's a lot of hits there. The thieves do not get the magic shield. It is taking a long time to perish it. It did not take this long in Quest for Glory 2. Even when we were at max stats, it would not take this long. If we just stood there and did nothing. But you've nearly got us, Saurus Croc. You've nearly got us. I'm going to have to do this for the ants as well, aren't I? Yes, I am. So this is the danger of resting out in the wilderness. Sometimes you will get attacked. Resting at the Pool of Peace, you won't have this problem. Nothing will attack you there. A Saurus Croc could turn up and they'd have no choice due to the magic but to let you be. I mean, nothing stops them from waiting outside the peaceful radius of the Pool of Peace. But I suppose then they'd be in danger from other creatures as well. And we're nearly done. We have 50 P's worth of health, and now we have none. Blech. Cracked by a croc. This overgrown lizard left you crying crocodile tears. Hero business isn't all it's crocked up to be. That was worth it. Right. Let us now actually have at thee with you. We will face you, Saurus Croc. Perish! It's going to be easier said than done. Oh, gotta wait until you're closer, don't I? Because you're going to move away. Like that. There we go. Gotta wait until you attack, and then try and attack back. There we go. Aha! And you might give me some money, which I could certainly use to get more water skins. There we go. I'll take your 2 royals. Why you have them, I don't know. So if we rest... sleeping to... Let's leave this area. What time of day is it? Is it morning? No, it's still the middle of the night. So if we go out of this area and then try resting again, we will of course build a fire. There's a reason why I'm doing this. There's a reason why I want to have this fire. And that is because I now want to abandon it. So long, fire! Only you can stamp out savannah fires. Your unattended campfire quickly sets the grasslands aflame and really burns you up. Smokey the elephant says, "Put out that fire, or I'll sit on you, Tusk Tusk." Of course, we had to have a Smokey Bear reference. Well, let us... This has been a test of the emergency death broadcast system. In the event of a real death, you would now be dead. Fortunately, this was only a test. Fantastic. Right, let's load up. Right, let us now just rest until morning. And hopefully not get ambushed by anything else. You hear a strange noise approaching from the west. Hi? With incredible reflex action, the Earth Pig narrowly avoids an almost certain death as he ducks the attack of a violent giraffe. Did you see the size of that thing? Those purple giraffes sure get big around here. Hi? New around here, eh? Bet you never seen an Earth Pig before. Ernie's the name. Ernie Seknusen. Diggins the game. I'm a miner, you know. Yes, one of the world-renowned aardvark miners. Remember our slogan? We dig Earth Pigs. Catchy, ain't it? Kind of. So here I am, hunting giant ants to bring back to the mines. Do a lot of it, you know. Hunting, that is. I bet I've explored every inch of East Fricana. I know every anthole and termite mound there is from savannah to jungle. Great. This is the most unique individual you've met in a long time. I suppose I should ask you about some things, like the savannah. The savannah's kinda peaceful at night, except for all those purple giraffes and green hippos. They get worse as it gets near to daytime. I think it has something to do with my drink. I think you should stop drinking that. Yep, they're attracted to it. I'd offer them some, but I'm afraid I'll never get rid of them then. So anyway, the savannah. Well, except for the Simbani village, Tana, the magic pool, and the venomous vines, there's not much to the savannah except grass and trees. And rocks. And monsters. And giant ants and termites. And purple giraffes and fluorescent green hippos. I'm sorry, you mentioned the venomous vines? Somewhere to the southeast of Tana is a group of rocks which surrounds the venomous vines. Don't get too close, or the vines will get you if you don't watch out. Good to know. Let's talk about the magic pool. We've seen it, but it's good to talk about it. Let me think. The magic pool is somewhere around the Simbani village, if I remember correctly. It's the place to stay, but the giant ants avoid the place. Not much point in me going there, seeing as how I'm hunting ants. True. Let's talk about Tana. So anyway, we aardvarks come to Tana once a year to trade off the worthless golden gems for pots and pans and bottles and things. Aardvarks don't need much, but we do like a few amenities. Good to know. What about the Simbani village? Don't have much to do with the Simbani. They aren't much interested in golden gems. They just care about cows. We could ask about cows, I guess. Let's talk about miners. We aardvarks mine most anything that comes out of the ground. Termites, diamonds, gold. Of course, golden gems aren't worth as much as a good termite, but you can't tell a human that. They'd rather have the gold. Can you imagine that? Oh, I suppose you could, being a human and all. Funny things, you humans. That we are. Talk about the jungle. Yep, it's a jungle out there, full of strange creatures and weird plants. Gotta really watch your step in the jungle. You never know if you're about to step on something or something's about to step on you. Besides, all the jungle looks alike, except for the giant tree and the waterfall and the leopard man village and the lost city. I'm sorry, the what? What about the lost city? No, the jungle, ways east of the waterfall, lies the ruins of a lost civilization. There's nothing much left there except the buildings and some ape men living in them. Nowadays, I've seen some real strange things there. Didn't get close enough to make anything out, though. Couldn't get across the waterfall. Earth pigs don't have much to do with water. Gets our fur wet. I'm sorry, you mentioned ape men? At a giant tree? Yes, sirree, it is one humongous tree. I explored it once. That's my job, explorer. That's why they call me Uncanny R, you know. Don't suppose you did it that. At any rate, one night I decided to climb that giant tree to see what was what. Didn't see much. Just some strange glowing light and a bunch of plants, not an ant to be found. Glowing light? That sounds important. Let's talk about the waterfall.
Well, if you keep traveling to the east, you can't miss the waterfall. Can't cross it neither. There's supposed to be some people that knows their way across, but I ain't never met 'em. And the cat is currently...
You are a veritable font of information. And a veritable font of, I'm sorry, what's going on? Welcome to Quest for Glory. Let's talk about Leopard Man.
Well, this is just hearsay and speculation, but there's supposed to be a tribe of shape-changing humans living out in the jungle. I never actually seen the village, though. I've seen the leopard men at times. I ignore them. They usually ignore me. Lately, though, they've been a bit upset about something. They started taking pot shots at me with their magic. So mostly I avoid the jungle.
Makes sense. Let's talk about aardvarks.
We Earth pigs are good at digging. That's why we took up mining. We dig up diamonds and gold all year round and sell Montana when the caravans come. Haven't seen any caravans lately, though. Must be all that trouble out in the Lost City. Anyway, we aardvarks pretty much mind our own business. Mind our own business, get it? It's a minor joke.
Oh, you and I, we get along so well. Let's talk about that trouble.
A couple of months ago, we Earth pigs felt a tremor in the force. Magical force, that is. Aardvarks are real sensitive about tremors, you know. Comes of being close to the Earth and all. Anyhow, there was this magical disturbance, which means trouble to miners. Never know when the hole will collapse because of some dang disturbance. So the Aardvark Alliance sent out someone to investigate. Who they're gonna call? Arnie, of course. Arnie Seknusen, world-famous explorer. So I climbed down from the mountains to see what I could see. Well, I didn't see much happening until I got near to the old lost city. Lots of strange things going on. Ugly monster sort of thing. Looks to be pretty much above ground, though. Not likely to affect the Aardvark mines.
Still, it's not good. Okay, we've had that conversation. So, let's back up. Talk about the giraffes.
Funny how them purple giraffe thingies only come out at night, ain't it? Wonder where they go in the daytime. Kinda hard to hide, particularly with the glowing pink spots giving them away.
I'm gonna save before I ask about that drink. I get the feeling that's going to be a not great thing to drink.
This will let offer you some, but I don't think you can handle it. You see, it's distilled from giant ants. It's a special recipe I know. I call it my formic formula. Formic, you know? Formic acid? Ants? Don't they teach you anything in school these days?
Unfortunately, Derek went to adventuring school. It is, rather different. Well, it was nice to see you, I guess? I'm gonna... Can I wait, or do... How do I get you to go? Will he eventually just leave? Can I walk through the fire? I actually can't do anything here. I'm just sort of stuck. Intriguing. Very intriguing. I suppose if we say goodbye, he'll leave? Let's experiment with that. If we say farewell, will he go? Tell the Earth Pig goodnight.
Okay, I can take a hint. You want to go to sleep, right? Nourishing talking to an Earth Pig, right? You humans are all alike.
Hey, I had a lot of chatting with you. And thus we go back to sleep. And we are not assailed. You waken as the sun begins to rise now. Put out the fire. You put out the fire, and thus we avert catastrophe. And when we come back, folks, that was an experience. That was an experience. Did we gain anything from talking to him, apart from veritable mountains of knowledge? We have a bit of staticiness at the top of the screen. We also got some communication, which... Oh! And then the game crashed! Huh. And we're back. I relaunched the game, loaded my save, and fortunately there wasn't a massive graphical instability that was probably caused by the aardvark. I blame Arnie. Might be blaming Arnie for a lot of things in this game. That's the first sign I've seen that this game was a little bit rushed. Hopefully, we won't see that more often. We might see that more often. There's that pile of firewood. Can I take it? I cannot take it. Just thought I'd check. And when we come back, folks, we will go back to the Simbani village and do some more training on the bridge. I think I'll probably try something that someone mentioned that I could do. Something very neat with the bridge. And once I've done that, I'll probably go back to balancing on it, because that improves a lot of stats. A lot of stats indeed. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if not. If you are subscribed, press that bell for those notifications. And I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.